Tykee, when we look at the secondary going into this week, where do you feel like you guys have improved the most from week 1 to where you guys are right now?
The biggest thing I think was Oz, just being able to put together and hold each other accountable, and then bringing energy, just trying to keep each other going.
Yeah, when you talk about playing together, holding each other accountable, I mean, how much of a process has that been early in the season? Just kind of, replacing new guys, Javon moved from star to safety, all that kind of stuff.
So I think we prepared well, being that we had the whole spring and fall camp to kind of get on the same page, and then with the coaches putting us in certain situations during practice, I think come game time it's kind of easier.
Like it's to your left. When you're playing in home and it's night and prime time against a top 20 opponent, one could understand it's easy to get up for that and get ready to go. What do you do to tell the guys when you're playing on the road and it's a noon game against an opponent that you're heavily favored over?
Like you said, at nighttime, we try not to drain ourselves out when we got like such a late game. So we kind of meet in the morning, get some downtime. So on that downtime, try to take a little power nap if you can, look over your notes, but you don't want to like drain yourself out. And then for a noon game, we kind of get started early, go on a team walk early in the morning, kind of get some blood going and kind of try to lock in for that noon game. So I think we definitely approach it a little different than the noon and night game, but I'll be looking forward to both.
As opposed to, how about avoiding the letdown against an opponent you guys are heavily favored against?
Just not trying to listen to the outside noise, trying to be where our feet are, then basically take it a moment at a time.
Yeah, Tykee. Coach Morris mentioned multiple times about how this offense was explosive against you guys during camp. I'm curious when you recognized that Carson and this offense was going to be like potentially elite through the air.
I got to see them go. I got to see them the whole spring and whole fall camp. So just being able to go out there and them, what we had 2 scrimmages and 3 scrimmages excluding the spring game in the spring, and then the 2 in the fall camp. So just being able to see them go out there and do that and them type game like moments. So I kind of knew it was gonna be special then.
Yeah, when you first transferred in here, obviously you were over the summer, but that process of in-season of still like trying to get your feet under you and knowing you've played elsewhere, but at Georgia it's a little bit different. What's that process like on a week-in, week-out basis of getting more acclimated, getting a better understanding of the system and what's needed to play at the University of Georgia?
Yeah, so when I definitely got here that 2021 summer, it definitely was a big change. Like I said, at first I had to get used to the heat down here, and then how physical we practice and how like we said, like how Bloody Tuesdays go. So I think the work that we put in on Tuesdays and Wednesdays definitely paid off for Saturdays. So that was a big adjustment for me getting down here, and just how everything ran, and then the scheme, just like real dialed in on the scheme, being though as a next level type scheme. So I think you gotta be able to think fast, like anticipate stuff in this type of scheme in order for you to be successful in it.
Tykee, Kirby said there were times the defense was off balance against Kentucky, and he said it wasn't as complete of a performance as the number. You watched the film. I mean, how much more improvement, how much more upside is there for this defense?
I think it's a real upside. We look to improve every week. So like today, we'll go to the meetings, go to the doctor, kind of fix the corrections, and go from there where we could improve it.
Kirby mentioned that after the Auburn game, he pointed out positives in run defense, positives on third down. Just do you feel like after that Auburn game, y'all needed that positive reinforcement to be told, hey, we've had some struggles, but we're still a really good unit?
No, yeah. Then just not trying to hold our head down off one performance. Just trying to take it week by week. So I think the game plan that the coaches put together for this past game was a real good. Well, all the game plans are real good, but I think we was dialed in extremely on this game plan this week and was able to go out there and execute.
Tykee, when you talk about upside, like how close to the standard on defense do you think y'all are playing right now?
I think last week. We gotta go back and kind of watch the film as a whole, see how we did on all 3 levels, and then kind of grade it off that.
Tykee, what was the skill set that you think you've learned the most since you transferred to Georgia? As a better man, better in zone, what have you learned since you got here?
Just what offense is trying to do, what they're trying to do to attack you in certain situations. So I think the biggest thing was situational football when I got here, just knowing like the down and distance and what to expect out of certain formations when it comes to the down and distance. So I think the biggest thing was situational.
Have you started to study Vanderbilt's quarterbacks? I'm curious what your early impressions are of them.
So I didn't get a chance to look at them yet. going to get a chance to look at them this afternoon and kind of move forward on from there.
We saw Kamari make some plays in that game on Saturday. Just what does he mean to the secondary and the skill set he brings to you guys?
It means a lot to the secondary with him being one of the veterans, having a lot of experience and being in the moments. Truly got faith and belief in Kamari to go out there and do that every weekend.
Anything else for Tykee? All right, Tykee.
Thanks, Tykee.